is going on, everybody? It's your boy Dylan the Villain, and we're back once again with another Total Extreme Wrestling video. It is Saturday of Week 1, June 1997. It's Saturday. You know what that means. It's time for some Shotgun Saturday Night. We're in front of 16,500 people in the Reunion Arena, which used to hold the old, that's in Texas, WCCW Arena. The world-class championship wrestling arena. We are here in some die-hard wrestling fans, and we have plenty of action here tonight. As we start the pre-show, we have Steve Corino taking on R. Killings. He picks up the big win over R. Killings with the old school explosion. I just wanted to see where Steve Corino was pretty much by himself. He's a lightweight, and I'm trying to build the light heavyweight division here as I signed another light heavyweight star here. And somebody who I think would be a good addition to the light heavyweight division. And both men got a 25. Both men slowly gaining pop. The match got a 27. We are going to move on to the next match, which is a tag team match that featured Edge and Christian as they defeat the Pit Bulls when Edge pinned Pitbull number 2 with a spear. The match got a 50, not bad, from Edge and Christian with a 55 and a 53. Pitbull number 1 with a 34 and Pitbull number 2 with a 33. Edge and Christian and the Pitbulls have the tag team chemistry and specialist bonus, and the announcing color commentary gave the match a boost. The match got a 50. And our pre-show main event, which features some more of our developmental talent that we have. It is Mike Awesome taking on Brian Lee, who is the developmental heavyweight champion. Mike Awesome defeats Brian Lee by 12:54 with an awesome bomb. Match got a 55. Mike Awesome with a 55 and Brian Lee with a 47. So it is about to be time for Mike Awesome to be called up to the main roster here soon. Let me get a sip of my drink. And let's go ahead and start the show. We start the show, and it is Jim Cornette and RVD backstage, and Jim Cornette is basically hyping up his client. Basically like, you're the whole fucking show. You're the whole show. You might be the opener here tonight, but they paid to come see you. And Rob's in the zone. He's just like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, like, I can't say too much about Rob Van Dam, but for those of y'all know Rob Van Dam, he's in a different mindset, as you can see, and Jim's just hyping him up before his matchup. This segment got an 87. He takes on longtime rival Jerry Lynn. Wow, they do not have good chemistry together. That's weird. In a bout that had decent wrestling and a little heat, Rob Van Dam defeats one of his longtime rivals, Jerry Lynn, in 12:51 by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash. Rob Van Dam with an 83 and Jerry Lynn with a 48. Match got a 75. And after the match, Michael Cole stops him backstage, and Michael Cole's like, wow, Jim, you have found probably one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. And Jim's like, I know. I got rid of that dumbass Dwayne Gill. As much as I respect and love Dwayne Gill, and I wish him a speedy recovery, but he's not making me money sitting at home. This man right here, this man, it's the future of the World Wrestling Federation. This is where professional wrestling is evolved to. This man has the speed. He has the power. He has everything. He has everything that he needs to be a success here in the World Wrestling Federation. And Rob's just like, yeah, you know, like he's just like, yeah, I'm the fucking man. Like, kind of like his picture is, you know, that's his face. It's like, yeah, fucking, I am what I say I am. And Jim's just like, and that reminds me, there's a guy out there on the roster who has a certain championship title. And I'll tell you one thing, and one thing Rey Mysterio Jr., your times as the World Wrestling Federation Light Heavyweight Champion are slowly being numbered. Mark the days, because Rob Van Dam is going to take that title and bring it home. And he's going to hold it for a very, very long time. And microphone's like, wow, thanks. Thank you, Jim. And Jim's like, go fuck yourself. And they walk off the screen. The segment got an 89. It advances. Basically, Jim's just like, Rob's putting on these banger of matches. Rey Mysterio, your time as light heavyweight champion are about to be numbered here. We move on to the next segment. And it is a tag team match with Bomb and Crush as they take on the Hardy Boys. And the Hardy Boys pick up the win when Jeff Hardy submits Bomb with a Texas Cloverleaf. What a maneuver. Crush with a 56. Bomb with a 55. Matt and Jeff with a 70 and 71. Damn. Both teams showing great chemistry, teaming together. And Matt and Jeff have the tag team specialist bonus. And Matt Hardy is getting better at his outsider golf gimmick, as you can see. Matt's got a 58. Could have did better. We move on to the next segment. Ah, yes. It's the Hart Foundation, and they're backstage. And Owen's kind of keeping to himself. And they're all just sitting there enjoying the night off. And Owen's just like, yeah. He's like, man, he's like, it's been one hell of a week. He's like, no hard feelings, Davey. And Davey's like, oh, not at all, man. He's like, I got a match tonight, you know. He's like, we really don't have I don't have the night off. I have a match later tonight. But he's like, yeah, man, no hard feelings. You know, I understand, you know, what you had to do and to qualify for the King of the Ring here. And I was just like, yeah, man, I'm going to enjoy my downtime and rest for the competition of the King of the Ring. And Bret's just like, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. You know, like, let's just say it was just Owen and Davey, you know, talking backstage. And Bret walks up with and Jim. And Bret's like, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. But Owen, did I hear that you had the night off? And I was just like, yeah, I got the night off, man. You know, I'm going to relax and rest. And for, you know, when the King of the Ring starts next Monday. And Bret laughs a little bit and he goes, ha, well, that's funny because I just had a conversation with Paul Bearer. And it seems like he's very excited to put you... he's very excited to see the match between you and Kane tonight. And Owen's just like, match with Kane? What are you talking about? And Owen's just like, yeah, I told him that you'll be more than happy to take on Kane to knock some of those cobwebs off of you before you qualify for the King of the Ring. And Owen's just like, what the hell? What the hell is your problem? They start arguing and stuff like that. And Davey and Jim has to pull him back. And Owen's just like, fine, you want me to take on Kane? I'll take on Kane. Just like I did with Davey, I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him here tonight. And Bret's just like, yeah, we'll see about that. So, match got 100. We move on. The segment got 100. Basically, Bret Hart basically booked his brother in a match tonight. And here in the main event, we move on to the next segment. And it is Goldust. And about that had great wrestling and good heat. Goldust defeats Farook with a Bulldog. Goldust with 88. Farook with a 77. Goldust with the fan support, and Farook is getting better at his gimmick. It was supposed to be Chyna was supposed to distract Farook and to help Goldust pick up the win here, but let's see. Yeah, right there. Maybe I did something wrong. Decisive win and pinfall. But Chyna was supposed to distract Farook. For those of y'all who watch the series, y'all know that Chyna and Goldust are now a thing. They're in a relationship. They're dating backstage. And so Chyna helps her man out, Goldust, pick up the win here tonight. We move on to the next segment. And it is Vince McMahon. We go to commercial and we come back. Vince McMahon standing in the ring. And he goes, Ladies and gentlemen, we have been seeing some awesome matches and awesome competition here in the World Wrestling Federation. And it is my honor that I know for a fact that we will have one of the best King of the Ring tournaments in the history of the World Wrestling Federation. This King of the Ring will be talked about for years to come. I guarantee it. Without further ado, let me introduce to you the men who will be competing in the King of the Ring. We have Intercontinental Champion Triple H, and he will get a bye, along with The Rock, who will be also did not have to qualify. Both men automatically qualified for the King of the Ring. Then we have Owen Hart, who defeated Davey Boy Smith. We have Jeff Jarrett, who defeated Vader. We have Bob Holly, who picked up... Oh, shit. Okay, well, spoilers for Sunday Night Heat. I might put Sunday Night Heat out, and y'all are going to be like, why does Sunday Night Heat come out before Shotgun? This is the reason why. You want to know why Sunday Night Heat's probably going to be put out before Shotgun Saturday Night? No, you did not miss an episode. I have messed up doing this, but it is supposed to be Triple H and The Rock did not have to qualify. They automatically are in the King of the Ring tournament. Then it's Owen who defeated Davey Boy Smith, Jeff Jarrett who defeated Vader, Bob Holly who defeated Ahmed Johnson, Chris Jericho who stole his spot from Grandmaster Sexy and defeated Lance Storm, and Vince McMahon just announced that Goldust will be also advancing in the King of the Ring. That leaves one spot left, and Vince McMahon said that person he will announce on Monday Night Raw. Tune in to Monday Night Raw to see who the final man is, and we will be advancing the tournament. And round one of the tournament will start next week. We will find out who is facing who in the tournament on Monday Night Raw with the final man. Let's move on. Let's see what we're going to do next segment. And it is Davey Boy Smith, and he defeats Ken Shamrock by pinfall. Davey with a 90, Ken with an 80. Awesome stuff. The match got a 76. Probably because there's no storyline associated with it. It's just a throwaway match to get them both on the card here tonight. Yes. In this segment, we see Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Big Show comes up to him in the locker room, and he goes, "Hey, man, I know that we had our differences in the past, and I know that we really don't see eye to eye and everything, but he's like, I just wanted to say thanks, you know, for doing all that. You didn't have to do all that, and everything like that at the pay-per-view." And he's just like, I respect you. He puts his hand out to shake for Steve Austin. Steve Austin stands up and he looks Show in the face. And he goes to shake his hand, but Shane McMahon walks in the frame and he goes, "Oh, I'm so glad to see y'all two getting along. I'm very, very, very happy to see that y'all two are getting along because tonight y'all have a tag team match." And they both look at Shane and they're like, "Oh, we're going to beat your ass." And all of a sudden, Psycho Sid walks up. And Psycho Sid's standing there and he's making that face. He's like, "Gee." Right? And Shane's just like, "I just offered Psycho Sid a contract that I know that he can't refuse, and I know that he will not turn down, to remain my personal bodyguard here in the World Wrestling Federation." And I told Sid, I said, "Well, you know, my dad has one spot left of the King of the Ring. And he's going to announce who that last spot is tomorrow on Monday on Raw. But I tell you what. I'm sure my dad wouldn't mind me giving that spot away to one of y'all two." Steve Austin puts his hand down, you know, like Big Show and Austin put their hands down from going to shake it. And he goes, "Yeah, that's right. So let's just say if you can beat Sid and his partner tonight, then whoever wins out of y'all two will be put in the King of the Ring. And Austin's like, all right, well, I know there's a catch. What about the loser? And Shane goes, well, that's the funny thing. The loser is just the loser. He's like, the loser is just the loser. Loser is going to cost both you men a spot in the King of the Ring. Well, if one of y'all win, y'all get to go on. And whoever picks up the pinfall moves on. But whoever costs your team the loss, they just cost your team the loss. And Shane's like, well, what do you say, guys? I'm trying to have a mutual relationship with y'all two. I know that we're not the best of friends here, but I want to try to make things right. And they kind of do it, and Shane's just like, well, if you don't agree, you pretty much knows what happens when you don't agree with me. And they're just like, yeah, we'll take your match. So we move on to the next segment. It's going to be a tag team match. Steve Austin and Big Show will team up against Sid and Vader. In an exceptional match, Psycho Sid and Vader defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Big Show when Psycho Sid pins the Big Show following, it was supposed to be a big boot, but it'll be okay. Big Show with a 94, Steve Austin with a 98, Vader with an 87, and Psycho Sid with a 92. Match got a 92. Not bad for a main event. But what was supposed to happen is Steve Austin hits Psycho Sid with a stunner. Vader's outside of the ring. Hits Psycho Sid with a stunner. And he goes to pin him. And when he goes to pin him, Big Show being tall, he tags himself in. And him and Austin start arguing. Referee tells Austin to get out of the ring. By that time, Psycho Sid recovers. Hits him with the choke slam. And Psycho Sid pins him while looking at Austin. And Austin just stands there on the ring to watch his Show get pinned. 1, 2, 3. He doesn't stop Show from getting pinned. 1, 2, 3. And that ends the match there. I believe there is a segment. I think there's a segment after this. Yes. And Big Show's laying in the ring. And Austin just gets in the ring, you know. Austin gets in the ring. And Big Show, at this time, he recovers. Psycho Sid hightails it out of there. And Big Show and Austin are arguing in the ring. Like before, they just can't seem to get along with each other. And Shane McMahon knows these two men don't like each other. And basically manipulating and pulling the strings to get them to fight each other. We move on into the night's main event, which is Owen Hart versus Kane. In an exceptional match, Kane defeats Owen Hart by pinfall with, man, why is it? And the fucking storyline's not associated with it. What the fuck? Anyway, this was supposed to be a banger of a match. Both men with a 93. I forgot to put the storyline associated with it. But what happens is they keep going, and Undertaker comes out and he interferes and attacks Kane. Because Kane is the one who cost the Undertaker, the World Wrestling Federation. Kane turned his back on Sid and the Undertaker. And Paul Bearer ended up selling the urn to Bret Hart to use against Undertaker at the pay-per-view. That's how Bret Hart beat the Undertaker at the pay-per-view. But Undertaker comes down and they attack Kane and Paul Bearer, and while Sting stands there and watches with the blank expression on his face. He said there will be revenge against Paul Bearer and Kane, and Undertaker is just laying both of them out. That finishes the show. Show got an 87. That match shit the bed. That match was supposed to do a lot better, but I forgot to put a storyline associated with it, so that kind of sucks. We're going to go ahead and finish the show. ECW, it looked like ECW had a pay-per-view. So we'll check that out. We'll see who they're signing and picking up and stuff like that. They're in massive debt, too. I believe that is my signing gear. Tommy Rich and Tracy Smothers have a new tag team that is not the FBI. Roadkill and El Portoroco Resto. The Macho Man. Macho Man. They disbanded the Dudley Brothers. And WrestlePalooza drew 339 fans. And it was great. It was good. It was a lot of praise. But Steve Williams, okay. They taped all their TV tapings and they had WrestlePalooza. So, TV number 1. Okay. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. TV 1. TV 2. Wow, they're doing some pretty good ratings there. TV 3. And WrestlePalooza, which I believe Louis Piccolo defeated that. Cannonball defeated Dudley. Max Payne defeated Glenn Osborne. Ricky Martin and Head Shrinker Samoa defeated Big Titan and Dave Finlay. The Gangsters defeated them to retain the ECW Tag Team titles. John Cronus, Shane Douglas, and Tommy Dreamer defeat One Man Gang and the Headhunters. Taz and Kevin Sullivan defeat Savio Vega and Terry Gordy in a tag team dog collar match. Savio Vega attacked Taz and Kevin Sullivan after the match. A hype video of the main event, and it is with a 68, the Sandman defeats Steve Williams. With Steve Williams put on the better rating, but alright then. I believe Sandman would be the new champ, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are in massive debt here. I really don't like showing some backstage stuff, but they are in massive debt. And yeah, they're like, nah, we don't need all that stuff. So okay, let's go back here. And that is this episode, guys. My name is Dylan the Villain. Injury for New Jack. Oh, that sucks for New Jack. This has been Dylan the Villain. And like always, guys, if you are new to the channel and like what you see, subscribe right here. If you like this episode and want to go back and watch other episodes, the playlist will be right here. And like I always say, guys, if you can't play with each other, then play with yourself. Later, guys, I am out. I have some decisions I have to look at. And I'll see you on the next one, which will be Monday Night Raw.